This is an overview of the Safepay system. In order to use Safepay, you must firstly be a Poly merchant. So this video assumes that you have a Poly merchant account and you have been provisioned with a Safepay account as well. I'll start by logging in just using my Safepay credentials. And once I'm logged in, I'm presented with the Safepay services that I'm able to use. I'll just do a brief description of them all, starting with Shopify. So if I'm using Shopify, the Shopify retail system, I can plug that into Poly or make Poly payments available to people purchasing from my website. And in order to do that, I'm going to need to configure Shopify with these three pieces of information. So in order to use it, I'm going to come into the Safepay system and get these credentials. Likewise for TradeMe, I can offer to my buyers to use Poly to settle an auction transaction, and I do that by including this unique link in my payment instructions. So when the buyer clicks on that link, they're taken through to a Poly payment. So these two services, you may only use them once or rarely, whereas the Pay Now with Poly service here is more transactional. And what this service allows you to do is to generate either a Pay Now with Poly button, here's the button there, or a link that one of your customers can click on in order to make a payment for you. So I'll just demonstrate how that works. So I'm selling a widget, and that widget is worth $50, and I hit the Get Code button, and I'm immediately presented with a link, and that link can be embedded in the body of an email or into a document that's emailed to a customer, and when they click on that link, they're going to see this form here. Okay, and that form is going to ask them to enter their name and address details, and if required, if it's physical goods that you're shipping to them, they can enter their delivery address there as well, and then proceed on to a Poly payment. And at the conclusion of that payment, the merchant gets an email to confirm the payment with the contact and delivery details for the payer. Okay, back to here. The other option is we've produced, or Safepay produces some HTML code, and I can embed that code in my website, and I can also embed it into a Facebook post, and that produces a button. So here's a web page purporting to be selling mobile phones. So I've gone into our CMS. I've embedded images of the phones I want to sell, and then I've embedded the HTML code, and it's produced these buttons here. So let's say I want to buy this one. I click on it. Once again, I see the payment landing page. Now this would be this is obviously fictitious, but this is the merchant's logo, the description of the product that they gave when they generated the button, the amount, and then we're into the payer details. Now the other thing I can do with the HTML is I can put it into a Facebook post. So I'll go back to Safepay, I'm going to copy that into my clipboard, and I'm going to post into here. So I'll just post the HTML. You can see Facebook over here is sort of thinking about that. It's gone to that page and it's stripped a few items out of it. So the name of the company, Safepay, the website address. So if I post that, you'll notice that it's also grabbed the button image, if you like, and then I can just simply edit the post. I can get rid of the HTML, and I can say shoes on sale, click the button below to purchase. If I could spell, it would be even better. And I'm done editing. Right, I've posted, so it's gone to my network of 2, and I can so anyone who's in my network has seen that post. They can like it, they can act on it, they can do whatever they want. So that's an overview of Safepay and the services that it contains. There's other videos that go into more detail about the links and about Shopify and TradeMe. So if those are of interest, I encourage you to go and have a look at those.